Hello, Antiochian men. We're back with another episode of Ask Father Hans. Father Hans, thank you again very much for being with us to do this, and good morning once again.
Good morning.
You said that Jesus Christ voluntarily ascending the cross is the ultimate act of a warrior. Can you talk a little bit about why this is the case?
Because his purpose in coming to the earth was to save man, but to save man, he had to defeat the devil. So one thing, especially in Orthodoxy, we just reject any notion of an effeminate Jesus. All right, he's not a wuss. And we're supposed to, in that model, it's not even a model, it's that grave misunderstanding of what Christ did. We look on the cross and it's supposed to evoke emotion in us. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. He voluntarily ascended the cross because he was without sin. Because he was without sin, the sentence of death was not upon him. Yet he still goes. It was a capital murder. His crucifixion, in a sense, was a capital murder, completely unjust. He was righteous, which is to say that he never violated any precepts of the law. And so in ascending the cross, he did it completely voluntarily. He allowed it to happen. It was a complete and voluntary sacrifice because he was not guilty according to the Mosaic law, the law of Moses. And so he entered death willingly on our behalf. But he entered death in order to destroy the power of the devil. Because he understood, even the devil did not understand this, but he understood that death, entering death, is what would destroy the power of the devil because men were held in bondage by their fear of death. And so he goes in there, he goes into death, and like St. John Chrysostom says, it received a body, but it saw the face of God. And it is one of the most profound lines ever written, because if we were there, hell must have recoiled in horror, because at that point the devil and his demons saw that they were defeated. This is the work of a warrior. This is the work of a warrior. And where people get confused is they look at the nature of the work. Oh, he was crucified. Oh, don't we feel so bad? I mean, it's a horrible reaction. And it completely misunderstands the point. What it shows us is the nature of his warfare. And that's what we model, the nature of his warfare. But our warfare is to be done with the same resolve, which is the overthrow of evil. All right? It begins in our hearts and it works out in our lives. But in the way that he was a warrior, we must be a warrior too. And we've got to throw all these notions of a plastic, effeminate Jesus out the window, because that's not who he was, and that's not who we are to become.